All right, let's talk about something we've all heard. For ages, there's been this set path, this playbook for a successful career, right? But what if that whole playbook is just obsolete? Today, we're going to break down the huge shift in what it actually takes to get ahead, and why digital skills are, well, the new money.
So, first things first, let's take a step back and look at that old path. The one that was considered the absolute gold standard. It's the formula our parents, and probably a lot of us, were taught was the only way to succeed.
And it was super simple, right? A clear blueprint. Just follow the steps, check the boxes, and bam! You were pretty much guaranteed a stable, comfortable future. At least, that was the promise.
And here's what that looks like. It was a straight line, no detours. Step 1, get good grades. Step 2, use those grades to get into a good university. And step 3, that fancy degree opens a door to a good, solid job for life. So simple, so predictable. And you know what? For a long time, it actually worked.
But that world, it's pretty much gone. We're playing a whole new game now, with a completely different set of rules. We're in a new economic reality, and that old formula, it just doesn't add up anymore.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about a small software update here. This is a total system reboot. What employers expect, what work even means, and what makes someone a valuable employee, it has all been turned on its head.
Think about it. For decades, this was the big question in any interview. The name on your diploma was basically a stand-in for how smart you were, what your potential was, and what you were worth to a company.
But now, compare that to the question that really matters today. The focus has totally shifted. It's not about your pedigree anymore. It's about what you can do right now. Employers need to know what real, actual value you can bring from day one.
So what's behind this huge change? Well, we're living in what you'd call a digital-first economy. The marketplace, the office, how companies advertise, it's all happening online. If a business isn't digital today, it might as well be invisible.
So when someone asks, what can you do, this is what they really mean. Recruiters aren't just scanning for degrees anymore, they are on the hunt for these kinds of high-impact skills. Like, can you actually create content that people want to see? Do you get SEO and social media? Can you use data and AI tools? Do you know how to build a brand online? These are the things that actually make a difference.
All right, so let's really break this down. Let's put a traditional degree and a modern digital skill side by side, head to head, and see what the real difference is in what you get out of them.
Okay, here's the breakdown. A degree, it's still valuable, for sure. It gives you all this theory, this deep foundation. But it takes years. A digital skill, on the other hand, is all about putting things into practice now. It's about creating income. You can learn one in just a few months. And the big one, it actively opens up new doors for you.
So let's talk about those new doors, those opportunities, because this isn't just about landing a new job. This is about completely changing how you work and, honestly, how you live your life. First off, just look at the timeline. Being able to switch careers or add a skill that makes you more money, that's not a 4-year commitment anymore. We're talking about a few months of focused work to learn something that can start paying off right away.
And what does that lead to? Well, it opens up the world of freelancing. Suddenly, you're not tied down to one company. You can actually be your own boss, pick the projects you want to work on, and deal with all sorts of different clients.
Plus, since these skills are all digital, you can take them anywhere. This is literally your ticket to working wherever you want. You get the freedom to work from home, from a cafe, or heck, from halfway across the globe if you want.
But maybe the biggest game changer is this. You get the tools to build your own thing, your own platform, your own business, your own brand. You stop being just an employee and you become a creator and owner. You're not just playing in the digital economy, you're building a piece of it.
So there you have it. That's the new reality. The career path isn't a straight line anymore. It's more like a huge grid just full of different opportunities, which really leaves just one question, right? What's your next move?
Look, if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. The future isn't for people who just stick to the old map. It belongs to people who are willing to adapt. People who are always learning, always evolving. Being a lifelong learner, that's the new job security.
And that brings us to the final question, and this one's for you. This isn't just some abstract idea. It's personal, and it's kind of urgent. In a world that cares way more about what you can do than where you studied, what digital skill are you picking up right now to create the future you actually want?